Hi, Mitchell here. Welcome, friends, or if I don't know you, future friends, to the first installment of Mitchell Muses. This is where I basically just sit here in my favorite chair and just talk to you about whatever's on my mind. And for this particular episode, what I wanted to do is I wanted to talk about 2024 in review. Everyone else is doing it, why not I? So here we are. I always take the last 2 weeks off of the year to just reflect on what I've done the past year to make sure that I'm making good choices, I'm making good decisions. Did I hesitate on that? Should I have gone and moved forward in this project? What have you? Could I have been more persistent? Could I have held back a little bit more? Just trying to make sure that I'm the best me that I can be. And at the end of the year, I look at that and I say, could I have been better? Well, let's strive to be better next year. And 2024 has been an incredible year for me. It really has. There's been so much that I've done this year. Really and truly, if I were to button it down, I would say from May of 2023 to now has just been the best time ever. Doing shows for the first time outside of Middle Georgia, getting a chance to go on vacations, cruises, going to movie premieres. It has been it's been incredible. It started back in May of last year. That would be last year, 2023, depending on when you watch this. And basically, I got offered the role of Hulk in Driving Miss Daisy at the Main Street Players in Griffin, which is the first theater outside of Middle Georgia that I have performed in. And, such a great cast of people, such a great crew of people, to the point where the chemistry that we all had on that set was so great that they've asked me to come back and do another show. From there, I did DragonCon. I started doing videos again on the channel, wanting to revive it, but then I caught COVID. And then I had another show that I was in the middle of rehearsing for while I was in COVID. And so I had to buckle down to do that and catch up on work. And that dovetailed into another show, The Prom, over at Theater Macon. And that dovetailed into going off and trying to do auditions in other cities across Georgia. Then landing a show, one of my dream roles, as Troy Maxon in Fences over at the Henry Players in McDonough. In which they actually put me on the poster for the play, which is incredible. Then after that, of course, once that one stopped, Theater Macon was doing Fences, so I got a chance to be Troy Maxon in Fences back to back, 2 different theaters, which was also incredible. And really and truly, I just started having a chance to breathe again recently after going to more auditions, and then being invited to play again over at the Henry Players in 12 Angry Jurors, which is supposed to go up early February. I've done so much in the past year and a half, and I could not have done it without the love and support of all of you. There's been so many people who showed up and showed out to the play that I did in Griffin, the play that I did in McDonough, and the people that I saw that drove from Macon, drove from past Atlanta to come see me. Just know, that will always be in my heart for the rest of my days. I try to take pictures with as many of you as I could when I was thinking about it in the moment. But I don't know if I got everyone's picture. But if so, it'll be over on this side here. which, by the way, this isn't here for this segment. I actually also wanted to see what this shot looks like because I am planning on talking about my adventures in cruising. And so I have this up. And this is not exactly what the shot's going to look like, but it's going to be fairly close. Anyway, just know for everyone who came out to see me in Griffin and in McDonough for those shows, it meant the world to me. Not to say that if you couldn't make it or didn't want to make it, that you don't mean the world to me either. It's just that really and truly, it is a different situation when you are doing theater in your hometown for people that know and love you already. But when you take that atmosphere and you say, okay, I'm now going to go to a place where no one knows me and hope that I'm as good as my family and friends tell me I am. And then to actually get the validation that people actually do care about what you have to present them. They love your entertainment. And then to see the people who knew that all along in the audience with them to congratulate you for the journey that you've been on so far, that is fucking phenomenal. And yeah, so I thank you for that. Two amazing directors that I will always have the utmost love and respect for. Autumn Stevens and Richard Frazier for giving me the opportunity, the privilege to play Troy Maxon in front of an audience. This year would not be as incredible as it is if it wasn't for them. So thank you. But yeah, I don't want it to end. Is the thing. I want to keep this momentum going as much as possible. So that brings me to why you are now seeing videos on my YouTube channel, why you are now going to be seeing my face on Facebook when I normally don't even post on Facebook, and why I'm probably going to be looking at things like TikTok and kind of cultivating the Instagram channel and all of those, is because there is a curiosity once again, just like with my dad's podcast and the work I did to learn how to do podcasts, to learn how to make videos like this, post them on YouTube, try to play with the algorithm so that I can get more views, that sort of thing. I am curious again as far as wanting to know how to do that, wanting to make the most out of that. That's what I want to do for now. If I'm not acting, if I am not being a Georgia Ghostbuster, if I am not doing any of the things that I like to do for entertainment, to put smiles on your faces there, I'm going to be here trying to make videos. And when it comes down to how I feel about all of my past work, there's been so many videos that I've made that has never seen the light of day because I didn't think that they were good enough, I didn't think they were funny enough. I didn't think that it looked professional enough. And one thing that my brother was telling me just after Christmas, when I was trying my best to get the Holiday Booze episode of Mixing with Mitchell out, I spent so much time, when I wasn't hanging out with family, just editing that thing. I had been editing that video the day before Christmas. I wanted to get it out on Christmas, so I couldn't do that. So on Christmas I was doing it. Then I stayed an extra day and finished it up. And I said, I'm not leaving until this is done and I can show my family. And it doesn't look anything like what it looked like on my laptop. On my laptop, even the finished product in media player looks exactly what I had envisioned. It wasn't really HD, but it was cool. But then looking at it on the folks' TV, it looked god awful. I wanted to take it down. My brother just kind of tapped me on the shoulder and he goes, "At least it's out there." Come on. You know, my brother is so awesome just for, and I knew that already, but just for that one phrase, at least you put it out there. Doesn't matter what it looked like. Doesn't matter what it looks like. So long as the content is good, people will still go with you. There are people all the time who, and I watch their YouTube videos religiously, and they only use their cell phone. So for me to be critiquing something like the way it looks, the way the content looks, don't really need to do it. Either way it goes, you are going to be seeing as much content as I can possibly try to put out. I'm not saying that there's not going to be any lulls in the content coming out, but I'm going to try to stay consistent. And because of the amount of videos I already have almost finished, should be finished by this weekend, I am only going to release one a week. This would be the one for this week. And and depending upon what my schedule looks like, depending on what I have to say, this would be the second video if I were to put out more than one a week, because I can just sit here and talk to you. To me, I don't get a chance to see my friends as often as I'd like. Friends that live an hour away in either direction, friends that live states away, friends that live overseas. And so I do want to have a way to communicate to people what's going on in my life. Here's to a wonderful 2025. Here's to a future where hopefully it will be on par or better than what I've seen in the past year and a half, where I can continue making content and performing for people all around Georgia and abroad if I can. But yes, thank you. Thank you for your love, your support. Thank you for letting me know that I can do it. And thank you for just being silly with me. Because at the end of the day, what is this life for if we can't just laugh and have fun, right? Anyway, that's it for now. I would say take it easy, but there's a YouTuber that I love watching that says take it easy all the time. So I'm just going to say, Mitchell out.